Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm here to show masculine cards, how we could make those. A little bit ago, one of my followers had asked to see more masculine cards. So I figured I would do a specific video. So we're going to start with the first one. You can see my Oxides. This is corrugated paper, and I got this either at AC Moore's or Michael's. I've had this forever, but you can see all the different colors. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll link it down below. I'm using forest moss and gathered twigs. So I'm going to do the ink smushing, and I'm going to do with the Oxides, I'm going to do the layering. We don't want to do it all at once. So again, we very quickly dip in. First we put the color down on our craft mat. We add water, we dip down, and we let that dry, or we can use our heat tool to dry it. Once that layer is completely dry, you then can come in with your second layer. This case, it's gathered twigs. So very quickly, you want to go down, up, down, up. You don't want to smush it. You don't want to move it, because even though the oxide, the forest moss, is dry, it will still react with water, so it can move. I didn't want them to mix too much. So you can see I've almost got a camouflage type of print. And yes, that's manly. I mean, hey, it's green, brown, works. I'm using my vintage photo, and I'm going around the edges. I used my penny black antique frame die to cut this out. Do you have to use a die? Absolutely not. Use a paper cutter, use a pair of scissors just to cut a rectangle or any shape that you want. So what I want you to get from this is the idea. Make a panel using those two colors. If you don't have the oxide, use inks. You can do that. Again, drying is the key when it comes to your two layers. If you use regular inks, no, it's not going to look like that, but it will be close. Everything that we have here is going to be inked with vintage photo, because it always has to make an appearance for me in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to use my liquid glue to adhere down this corrugated panel, and that's just cut 1.5 by 5 1/4. Again, you can use any shape. You can make that your entire backdrop. Again, it's corrugated, so it's nothing, and to make a masculine card, it's all about the colors. But that doesn't mean that you can't make a masculine card in pink. Can't mean you can't make it in light blue. So keep that in mind. Sometimes we like to just put certain colors, which, yes, we are all guilty of that. So, of course, this says Happy Father's Day. Yes, I know it is after Father's Day. I get it. But again, this is where we tend to use masculine cards. Father's Day, birthday, anniversary. So those are the three that I chose. So that's our first card. For our second card, now, I'm using one of these, the Sizzix Tim Holtz 3D embossing folders, because I love them. They are awesome. I'm also using one of the metallic paper pad. I think this is the third one that I've used in my lifetime. It's a phenomenal metallic pad, because the other side is craft. Tim Holtz did show this idea in one of his videos. I'm going to try to find it and link it down below, and I absolutely loved it. I lightly sprayed the paper, even though it's metallic, a little bit, and ran it through that folder. This way my paper will not crack and tear and have a hole. Since that's done, I always dry it a little bit just to get that moisture out, and I'm going to trim this panel down to 5 1/4 by 4. We're just going to trim a little bit off of each side. Now, in his video, he used, I believe, he used distressed stain in black soot. I'm going to use an acrylic paint. Now, I'm using a Delusions. Yes, this is like the Ranger Tim Holtz section here. Yes, can you tell? But you can use try any black acrylic, because again, this is an acrylic. Take an old rag or a cotton ball and just put a little bit on it and just rub back and forth. You're going to see that the paint is going to go in the crevices. Grab a scratch paper, because you'll see I get ink all over the place. I love getting into my work, and sometimes I never think about it and I forget that you all have to look at my fingers. It's sometimes bad. See, there we go. But just keep rubbing back and forth. Now, even though, remember, when acrylics dry, they're permanent. But on this, you've got some time to really keep rubbing it. And what's happening here, you're not losing the shine or the luster, but it is dulling. It's not as mirror effect, because that acrylic coating is going all over it. So I do think that this worked. Again, he did use a stain. I believe it was the Distress Stains in Black Soot. When you do use an acrylic paint, make sure you clean off your mat immediately, add some water to it, and real quick, because again, it will dry permanent. Acrylics love to do that. So what I'm going to do now with this panel is I want to prop it up. So I'm going to grab a piece of fun foam and I'm going to cut it down to the sides, and I'm going to use my double tape. Here is the cardstock that I'm using, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding, and I'm actually trying out the Gina K pre-cut. Not that I didn't think this was going to happen, or thought that there was ever a doubt, I should say. I love them. I mean, they're good in a pinch. I mean, I'm not saying, if you want to stock up on them, go ahead, but I just got a couple packs. And also, real quick, for the masculine cards, I tend to go to ivory for my card base. Every card base I'm doing for these cards is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding, 9 out of 10. That is the base that I use. So that's A2. But when it comes to the sentiments, the card bases, it's ivory. I tend to never pull out a white. So that could be it too. By just using an ivory base in here, it creates a more masculine feel as well. I use some vintage photo around that sentiment, and that is card number 2. So for card number 3, I've pulled out my Darice wood grain embossing folder. And we're going to do the same thing. Spray, emboss, so forth. Now back to the Gina K pre-cuts. Again, if you want to, have a huge stock of those, they come in white and ivory. I'm not sure, and I don't remember if they come in other colors. They may, or she may be doing that in the future. But they're good in a pinch. I mean, I'm always forgetting a card that I have to make, I can real quick grab one. So I did grab a couple packs of each, and they are wonderful. So in case you're looking for, I will link for them down below. So after I embossed this with the wood grain, I drug my vintage photo distress ink across it. I sprayed it with just a little bit of water, took my finger and smeared it all over. This is just a simple piece of craft cardstock. I believe this is the Recollections craft. And you can see it's fine. Yes, it curls. Absolutely. It's a 65-pound weight paper. I still like it. I like that color of craft. So this is my first choice when it comes to craft cardstock. But again, it just is all going to depend on how you're adhering it. I am, again, trimming down this panel to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. Yes, it is still a little bit warped. But what I do to try to stop or to make sure that doesn't happen while it's on my card base, I make sure I use my double-sided tape all over the back of that. Now, what you need to make sure is this stuff is really strong. I absolutely love it. I get it from Uline. Again, I'll link it down below. And I just make sure the entire back is covered. Please know, this is not an adhesive to fool around with. Once it skimmily touches your card base, it's there. I mean, it's very tough to rip off because you will rip the cardstock. So move very slowly. And you can see I'm turning it to the side, and you can see just how it flattens it. There you go, flattens it right out. So you won't have those bumpies. Yes, it's a technical term, bumpies. So this one's an anniversary. I'm going around the edges, again, with my vintage photo, just so that could stand out a little bit. Again, the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It is ivory, and also the sentiment is on ivory as well. I'm going to prop up the sentiment with some foam squares so that we can have a little bit of dimension. If you've seen my previous videos, I do love to add a little bit of dimension to each and every one of my cards, but something so simple. But just because it's a wood grain doesn't mean you have to use brown. I used blue. So these were cards that a friend of mine asked for me to make, and that's how this came about. So again, look at your colors, just look at the feel. You know, again, it can be any color. You know, my husband loves flowers. He'll kill me for saying that, but he does. So there's different things that you can do to make a card more simple. And to me, that's what a masculine card is. It's simpler. It's less embellished. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. To me, a masculine card gets to the point. And that's the best way that I could describe that. Okay, there may be some shapes, but they're simple shapes. Yes, there's some dimension, but there's no sequins. There's no dots. To me, that's what makes a masculine card. Again, my opinion. But I hope these do give you some inspiration. Please try them out. If you have any questions or comments, list those down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can and make sure that I answer all of your questions. All the products that I used will be linked down below if you want to just check them out, be nosy. Even the U-line double tape, again, it is strong. And I also get my double-sided foam tape for backgrounds as well. I don't use it for shakers, but I do use it for the background. So I'll have that linked below as well. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any more videos that are coming out. Trying to get back onto the schedule. I think I'm getting close and getting caught up. I hope everyone's having a great day, enjoying the weather. I hope it's a good one for you. But always remember what's most important to me. Every day, be creative.